Dogs are smart and usually friendly, but they can also be vicious killers.
Oh my god!
Have you ever seen dogs massacre a fox? Do you think a dog can take on 3 coyotes? If you want to see some fantastic action, keep watching as we count down 19 insanely crazy moments of well-built dogs hunting down wild animals. Number 19, dogs fighting. 3 dogs gang up on a dog and pull and bite it from all sides. Some of the dogs eventually walk away, but one dog continues the massacre when a man comes running with shovel in hand and swings it at the aggressor, scaring him away. The black dog is badly injured and the man must pick him up to get him out of there. To put it mildly, these dogs are quite aggressive. I'm not sure if it's because they aren't well cared for, but something is causing this viciousness that seems to possess them all. When one of the dogs attacks the other, it's vicious and terrifying to watch, but all the dogs survive, including the one that was mangled. A German Shepherd faces off with an alibi, which comes out through the fence and attacks the shepherd. The alibi furiously attacks the German Shepherd, but the shepherd fights back and escapes. This doggo Argentino attacks a kangal, but their owner separates them just in time. He then lectures both dogs, the doggo mostly because he was the instigator of the fight. The kangal looks young and is probably still a pup, whereas you can tell the doggo is more experienced. Another small and crazy dog runs at the doggo and bites his leg. The doggo and the kangal have calmed down and all is good on the dog front. Number 18, dog versus wombat, Chinchilla. A beagle encounters a wombat and barks at the animal incessantly. After a moment, the wombat decides it's time to teach the dog a lesson and attacks it. The fight seems even, and then the video cuts off. A chinchilla attacks a dog with reckless abandon, but all he manages to do is tickle the canine and arouse his curiosity. A chinchilla decides to bite this dog's behind, and the dog becomes annoyed with the small creature. This chinchilla is feisty and just wants to play with the dog. Number 17, dog attacks kangaroo. These 2 dogs attack a kangaroo, and even though marsupials are tough, it doesn't look like this one knows how to defend himself. The dogs demolish and kill the kangaroo within minutes. A man installed a few trail cameras on the property of his grandparents and returned to find this video showing a kangaroo being attacked by 2 dogs. He was shocked. It's unclear if the dogs were household pets or stray animals. The attack went on for over 9 hours. Though it was attacked and had its leg broken, the kangaroo was found 2 days later alive and unharmed with no sign of the dogs that had attacked it. Number 16, dog attacks weasel. The razu or weasel is a small carnivorous mammal animal that looks like a mongoose, although it's quite different. It is thin and elongated and has short legs. It can move quickly and is a skilled hunter that makes small animals their grass. In this video, the weasel took on more than it could chew when a vicious dog takes the little guy for the ride of a lifetime but doesn't kill it. A yellow lab plays rough with a tiny weasel in the middle of the street. When the weasel figures out the dog is nasty, he tries to get away, but the dog continues harassing him. Number 15, dog versus coyote. This black dog spends 30 minutes chasing a coyote off its property but can't catch up to it. In the end, it turns out to be a good workout for both animals. A German Shepherd chases away 3 coyotes, and when the dog's handlers lets his dogs go, the German Shepherd manages to kill one of the coyotes. When the dogs return, their handler sends them off again, and they take off running after the remaining 2 coyotes. These 2 dogs run along a riverbank chasing a coyote, and they eventually tackle the animal in the water. The coyote is weak and looks practically dead. When a dog chases a coyote and eventually grabs it, he mangles and kills it on the spot. I would have thought the coyote could give the dog a better opposition, but it wasn't the case. The coyote can be seen at the end of the video dead on the ground. Number 14, dog attacks fox. This poor fox doesn't know what hits it when these 2 pit bulls capture and demolish it. I mean, they grab the fox and tear it to pieces. The idiot filming is proud to see his dogs destroy another animal, but I guess the world is made up of all kinds of people. I'm not sure if these two are play fighting or if they're involved in a real fight, but the dog looks like he's trying to bite the fox's abdomen. It's a rough fight, but not entirely convinced they hate each other. However, at some point, I almost feel like the dog is going to cut the fox's stomach open. When the people filming this fox from a platform of some sort release their dog, it doesn't take long for the dog to attack and kill the small fox. These dogs attack a fox that trespassed into their yard. The fox is in trouble and he just lays on the ground in submission while the dogs bite it. One of the dogs finally grabs and kills it. Number 13, dog versus wild boar. In our thumbnail, two dogs are choking a massive boar as they try to finish it off. Boars are dangerous animals, but these dogs are trained to face off with them. The dog's handler in this video is helping his dogs by holding the wild boar down while they continue to bite it. When one of the dogs gets a good grip on the animal, the handler holds back the other dog and lets time do the rest. These three dogs have cornered a wild pig in a swamp, but the dogs only bark without attacking. The pig stands his ground but doesn't attack either. The pig eventually goes on the offensive and the dogs back down, but at some point they're able to jump the pig and it doesn't look good for the chubby fella. A dogo argentino attacks a wild hog trespassing on his land. Many wild boars trespass onto properties, destroying land, and therefore people hunt them down with dogs. I'm not sure the dog will be able to kill this massive boar by himself. It's a really big boar. It looks like these dogs have a stronghold on this warthog. They keep dragging the warthog somewhere as they bite it. The warthog almost seems dead, but it's not. This is somewhat of a massacre, but it's 5 or 6 against 1, so it's far from being fair. And who knows if this warthog wasn't injured prior to the dogs jumping in. A dog tries to neutralize a wild boar, but it's not easy, as the large animal fights back, and he's not alone. A few friends watch the entire thing, and they could attack the dog at any time, so it's quite the risk the dog is taking. Number 12, dog attacks jaguar. These dogs have cornered a jaguar, but instead of attacking it, they merely bark at it. Even if they tried, I'm sure they wouldn't make it out alive. Although the cat hisses and swings its paws, the dogs remain at a safe distance. The dog's continuous barking irritates the cat. The cat lunges at the dogs, but they are too quick to be struck. When the jaguar realizes it isn't going to work, he flees, but the dogs follow right behind. The jaguar is tired and the guys on horses are approaching to capture it. I'm in awe at how brave the dogs are. The guys aim to capture the jaguar without harming it, while the dogs keep the jaguar's back against the wall. The jaguar is kept so busy by the barking dogs that it never hears the man above with a rope in his hand ready to capture the feline. The jaguar is apprehended once the rope is hurled. To end the chase, the dogs are instantly dragged away and a net is thrown over the jaguar to complete the catch. In this movie, a white dog prepares to defend his master by taking on a jaguar. The dog's master has a rifle and aims to kill the jaguar, but he must be careful he doesn't shoot his own dog. The dog and the jaguar engage in a fight when the man shoots the jaguar and kills it. Unfortunately, it may have been too late because the dog is unconscious, laying right next to the big cat. Maybe the dog isn't dead, but there's a good possibility it is. Playing rough and tumble with a jaguar would leave most thinking this dog's chances of survival are slim. But the unlikely dog and big cat pairing are best of friends, playing, sleeping, and even eating together 24 hours a day. Bullet, the Jack Russell dog, became pals with the jaguar, fondly known as Jag, after he was moved to the Aqaba Lodge in South Africa. A jaguar trespasses onto a property and destroys a house dog. The big cat can be seen walking away with a dead dog in his mouth in the middle of the night. Number 11, dog versus wolf. This Tibetan Mastiff is a ferocious beast. He's taking on a couple of wolves by himself. This is very impressive. This is one massive and aggressive dog, and he knows how to take care of himself. This wolf is being mauled by two dogs, and there isn't much the wolf can do except beg the dogs for mercy. The dogs continue to bite the wolf's head and neck, and it's only a matter of time before they kill it. A kangal attacks a wolf and scares it away, but when the wolf runs, the kangal is not finished and chases it up to the point of grabbing and killing it mercilessly. 3 dogs attack and mangle a wolf. The wolf tries to free itself so he can lay in a few bites, but the dogs don't give it a chance, biting its neck ferociously. A sheepdog does his job when he attacks a wolf that has already killed some sheep in the enclosure. The dog managed to get rid of the wolf, stopping the carnage before it got out of hand. When the dog's handler runs out with his rifle, he has a smile on his face because he knows his dog was up for the challenge. Number 10, dog attacking leopard. After a leopard jumps over some shrubs to ambush a dog, he doesn't expect the dog to greet him with an antagonistic and threatening bark that makes the big cat think twice about pursuing his attack. After reconsidering, he decides it's not worth the risk and walks away. A dog that was attacked by a leopard reacted quickly and managed to neutralize the big cat's assault. He was even able to surprise the feline by biting his nose. After laying down for a moment, the cat ran off into the bush. Dogs are brave and never cease to impress me when confronted with danger. Number 9, dog versus lion. To be honest, no dog breed could ever defeat a lion one-on-one in a battle. To take down a single lion, many dogs would be required, and even then, I'm not sure they could do it. Even if they are accompanied, not all dog breeds can kill a lion, especially not this hobbling dog that challenges 2 large lions, one of which is a male. The lions are taken aback by this dog's daring attitude and are at a loss for what to do. The male lion looks at the female, unsure if this dog is real or just plain crazy. Look at where the dog is going. He's charging the male lion. This dog is insane. If this lion loses his cool, he will devour the dog with one gulp. This dog lives with a few lions at a zoo in Romania. The dog, named Jocko, is the lion's adoptive mother. Their real mother wouldn't take care of them after they were born, so the dog, which had puppies at the time, adopted the big cats, breastfed them, and raised them as her own. Amazing things can happen when we befriend those whom we have been taught not to trust. A tiny and feisty Jack Russell teaches a few young cubs the facts of life. When he jumps and plays with them, the cubs are like big kittens, afraid of every move the dog makes. Number 8, dog kills a possum. 2 dogs see an opossum standing on a fence, and after a few attempts, the dogs snatch the animal and take him down. He is killed almost instantly. An opossum is threatened and barked at by a powerful dog, but the dog can't get to the animal because he's behind some sort of screen. The opossum shows his teeth, but that won't be a factor should the dog grab and pull him out of there. These 4 dogs pull an opossum out of a cage and annihilate it. We can't see much, but just by the dog's body language, they are killing it. This opossum is attacked by 2 dogs, but he manages to face the dogs and defend himself. The dogs bark at him, and just when the opossum lets his guard down, one of the dogs snatches him, and it's goodbye, Charlie. Number 7, mountain lion versus dog. This mountain lion has strayed onto a property, and the local dogs are not happy. They surround the cat and bark at it as the feline slowly gets the message and begins to walk away. But the dogs pursue the cat and challenge it until it's far away from the property. A mountain lion finds itself stuck on a tree while a dog barks at it constantly. The cat is young and panicked, and maybe the person filming should call wildlife services to get the cat out of this jam. A mountain lion attacks a Doberman on his property at night, and when it looks like it's the end of the road for the dog, the homeowner makes a noise and startles the cat that doesn't hesitate to run off. The dog seems a little confused, but in good condition. When a mountain lion attacks his dog, the man grabs a stick and runs over the big cat, beating him to death with the stick. Wow, I didn't expect this kind of resolution. Number 6, dogs versus donkey. 2 Kangals drive a donkey away when they chase it into the open field. The donkey steers away from the dogs and lets them understand he doesn't want any trouble, after which the dogs leave him alone. These dogs are harassing a donkey that was minding its own business. The donkey tries to move away from the dogs, but they just keep barking and trying to bite its legs. The dogs better be careful standing behind the donkey, because if this guy lets out a kick and makes contact, one of the dogs is going to be sent to the hospital. A white dog wants to play with this donkey, but the donkey seems more annoyed than anything. The dog persists and climbs all over the animal. The donkey's patient, and I'm thinking these 2 are buddies. Number 5, dog versus hyena. These two Kangals attack a hyena and they don't let go of its neck. The hyena fights hard, but these dogs are powerful and it's 2 against 1. We don't see the outcome of the fight because the video cuts short, but the hyena was not in a good position. Hyenas are extremely resilient, but it's the first time I see one animal destroying a hyena this way besides a lion. No, wait, I have also seen donkeys assaulting hyenas, but not like this. This pit bull is destroying this hyena so badly, the scavenger doesn't even have time to react. Number 4, dog versus squirrel. A brief but gruesome clip from a man's evening walk. He's seen many dogs chase squirrels in his local park, but this was the first time he saw one killing and eating a squirrel. A small dog managed to kill this squirrel without a problem. The person filming didn't interfere, but I'm not sure if he got there after the squirrel was already dead. A stray dog grabs a tiny squirrel on the street and kills it instantly after shaking his head a few times. Jack Russells are tough dogs for their size, and a squirrel is right up their alley. You can see what I mean when you see this Jack Russell in action. Number 3, dog kills lamb, goat. This poor lamb is attacked viciously by 2 dogs, and the dogs don't let up. The lamb seems to be in an enclosure, so I don't understand how the dogs got in there, especially if they don't belong there. The dogs end up killing the lamb. A couple of dogs enter what looks like a garage and attack a goat under the watchful eyes of another goat and a Great Dane that's tied to a rope. One of the intruders chokes and kills the goat. This big sheep doesn't feel threatened by this dog, but the dog isn't overly aggressive with the animal. They probably know each other. Number 2, dog versus gopher. Apparently, this dog's owner says his dog loves to kill gophers and he's on the hunt again to find some. And he makes his first kill ever. I guess in the past he hunted but never made a kill. A yellow lab finds a gopher quite the challenge as the little pocket gopher is on the offensive, forcing the dog to back up as the 2 protagonists defy each other. The same dog from the previous video is at it again, and he has become an expert gopher killer by now. This is one of many kills after making his first kill. Number 1, dog versus snake. These 2 dogs are fighting over a snake as one of the dogs pulls it out of the grass and the other pulls it back in. The snake is still alive and still has the strength to lunge at the dogs, but the dogs mangle the reptile badly. I must say, this is one tough snake. These 5 dogs surround and attack a king cobra. The dogs grab the cobra and pull it in their own direction, putting a lot of stress on the snake's body. With all the pulling and biting, the dogs eventually kill the snake. Jack Russells were bred to kill small animals. You can see it in this little doggy's heart. Their small body and strong paws are built to go through small holes and hunt for these little creatures. This is Sonic, a Jack Russell owned by the individual filming. This recording was random as it happened unexpectedly. He was 3 years of age when it happened and he fearlessly defeated the snake. This snake is a little more aggressive as it lunges at this dog to try and strike it, but as soon as the dog can bite the snake and mangle it, the snake is finished. Many of these battles were spectacular, but the one that shocked me the most was the man that beat the mountain lion to death with a stick to save his dog. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 19 insanely crazy moments of well-built dogs hunting down wild animals. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.